Marmite. You either love it or you hate it.
Oh, that's nasty.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I have not had Marmite for a few years, so I can't remember if I do love it or I do hate it. That said, I'm also going to be honest with you, normally I'm not a fan of 24-hour eating challenges. Calorie challenges, fair enough, but those YouTubers who class only eating McDonald's for 24 hours as a challenge, that is not a challenge. I ate McDonald's for 30 days straight and it was still not a challenge. It was every kid's dream. So today, I'm going to be a massive hypocrite and only eat Marmite products for 24 hours. I'm Rye, the guy who must stress, this is not a challenge.
Ba 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 ba! I'm loving it! Ha 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 ha!
Okay, so first up, we're going to start the day with a delicious jar of Marmite, of course, and some equally delicious Marmite flatbreads. We're going to be dipping these flatbreads in the Marmite. Sounds beautiful. Let's go. Smell just like Marmite, as to be expected.
Chai? Alright, Chai now? Throw some Marmite. You don't want it, Chai. It's disgusting. No, you don't want it, Chai. It's disgusting, babe.
So I'm only a couple of flatbreads in and already this Marmite taste is getting incredibly overbearing. China nonetheless keeps slapping my leg. I think she wants to try Marmite. Chai, you will not like the Marmite, babe.
China? Well then. Good girl. Good girl.
So yeah, so just mentioned the taste is getting rather overbearing. That said, I've got to carry on. This is meal one of the Marmite day. Can't tell too well, but I have had quite a lot of Marmite considering. Only a few flatbreads, but I've got to call meal one quits right there. That is very, very overpowering. The consistency of the Marmite is so thick that you just can't get any more down. So there we go, I guess that's breakfast, guys. I'm gonna crack on and I'll see you in a bit for meal two. What do we have in store for meal two? Surely it cannot be as bad as that. I'm sure it is actually. So I've got some of the options right here. They do not look good.
Marmite's a real family favourite. The boys have enjoyed it since they were babies. It's all the goodness of yeast, the richest natural source of vitamin B.
Happy birthday, presents! And Marmite on toast.
And so much of it.
Marmite, the growing up spread you never grow out of.
Marmite is a British food spread produced by Unilever. It's made from yeast extract, a byproduct of beer brewing. Australians have a similar product called Vegemite. Like Vegemite, Marmite has a very distinctive, powerful taste that has been met with divided opinions since being introduced to the British public way back in 1902. This is represented in the slogan used to promote Marmite, love it or hate it. Whether you love or hate Marmite, you've got to respect this iconic product. It's survived and thrived generation after generation. and it's still here in 2019. For meal 2, I'm going to be opting for the squeezy version of Marmite, which I'm going to put on top of some delicious Marmite rice cakes. Lovely little combination. I'm already feeling a slight ulcer coming on my tongue. That Marmite, I think, has eroded my tongue. That said, I'm getting quite hungry. So a 3, a 2, a 1. Let's go. They smell Marmitey, as to be expected. I'm trying to get out as much as possible, but it just shows you the consistency and how thick Marmite is, because it will literally put in brute force on that squeezy bottle, and that's all I've amounted to. Oh well, it does taste nice. It's a lot better than meal 1. Meal 1 was pretty hideous. Wasn't really a fan of the Marmite dipped flatbreads, but these are a lot nicer. Very, very messy as well. I'm quite fortunate to be wearing a black vest. I will have to change when I go on to my next activity, which I'll explain after this rice cake. Let's go. We're gonna go for one more. Let's go for one more. So I kind of expected to be lathering all the products with loads and loads of Marmite, and it's just humanly impossible, not just because of, as I've mentioned, the thickness, the consistency, but it's such a strong taste. It is very, very overpowering, especially when you're putting Marmite onto Marmite based products. And remember, over the next 24 hours, we're only allowed to consume Marmite products, no other products. As far as I'm aware, Marmite don't do any drinks. I'm gagging for a drink, but obviously I need to drink to survive, so we're only allowed water, so I need to go and get some water in a minute. Fortunately, I'm wearing a black vest. I have Marmite all down it, but I'm going to have to get changed because we are off now to wrestling training. Oh yes, it's a Sunday. Every Sunday, 2 till 6. I train in Gloucester with Southwest Wrestling. God, there's Marmite stuck in my tongue. I can barely even talk. So let's go train to be a pro wrestler. Let's go. So another fun training session with Southwest Wrestling. If this is something that interests you, check out my series Postman to Pro Wrestler, which comes to my channel every Wednesday, usually Wednesday evening UK time. So if you're interested, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and follow my journey as I go from Postman to Pro Wrestler, my debut being July the 20th in Cheltenham. Anyway, meal 3, we're going to be having 2 packs of Marmite flavour crisps. I need to get those carbs back in after that intense training session. So what better way than have Marmite flavour crisps? And let's do this! So I managed to survive that training session, that long training session, without being sick. That meal was a lot more subtle. The Marmite was less Marmitey than previous meals, obviously because the other meals had regular Marmite on them. That said, not too excited about the next meal, which is going to be a complete Marmite fest, a Marmite buffet. We got to crack on because today we're only eating Marmite. So let's go, let's get home, let's crack on. Okay, ladies and gents, now on to the main event. We have obviously a bit of a buffet, a bit of a Marmite fest on this table. So I'll be honest with you, really don't want to eat this by choice. I don't think I would choose a Marmite based product. That said, let me just move the flatbreads off the table one sec. Let me move the rice cakes, the bags of crisps, and the Marmite itself, because we have one standalone product right here. Firstly, I'm a little bit confused as to why the jar, or why the label is upside down, but considering what's in this jar, peanut butter Marmite. What kind of absolute lunatic came up with the idea of putting Marmite in peanut butter? Now, controversial statement, but I'm not that big a fan of peanut butter. I do eat peanut butter though. I put it in porridge and stuff. I use peanut butter often combined with something sweet to take the peanutty taste away. The last thing you would put with peanut butter is Marmite. Marmite is incredibly salty. It's generally like put with savoury things. Peanut butter can be a little bit salty as well. So really don't know what I'm going to make of this. So we will start off with this. As for the label, I don't know if they did that deliberately because it's an absolute crazy product. So let's just go all out crazy and put the label on upside down. Or maybe you're supposed to leave it like that, I don't know. So let's try some of this Marmite peanut butter on a couple of rice cakes. Marmite rice cakes, of course. An open jar, as you can see. First time ever tasting this, obviously. Giving off a right pong already. Can't even get there. Oh my god. Absolutely stinks. Look at the absolute state. The absolute state of it. Right, let's give this a go then. Nice big dollop. On the rice cakes. Okay, so I referred to the creator of this as an absolute lunatic. Now I'm going to take my words back, because often people referred to as lunatics are actually geniuses. That really wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. That was actually alright. And again, I'm not really a peanut butter fan, but I actually did enjoy that rice cake with the Marmite peanut butter on top. My theory behind choosing this, not only because it's weird, was also because my food today has had pretty much no protein in. It's been pretty much all carbs and fat, so I thought obviously this is going to be high in fat being peanut butter, but per 100 grams there is 28 grams of protein per 100 grams of Marmite peanut butter. So we are, how many gram jar? 225. That's a lot of protein. That's a lot of protein. So if we nail a few more of these rice cakes, we're gonna be feeding the guns as well. So let's just carry on. Check the first one wasn't a fluke. I've already got a rice cake there. Nice big dollop this time. Look at that. Smothered in it. Absolutely smothered. Oh. Okay, apart from the... Let me start again. Apart from the fact that I've got a massive ulcer under my tongue, which makes anything salty quite... painful, but you know, irritable. That was Very, very nice. So that is a massive shock. Marmite peanut butter, you might well be the biggest revelation in British food history since the original Marmite. Very, very impressed. Very impressed indeed. It's quite, again, very thick consistency. Consistency to the point where it's so stuck around your teeth, especially when you've got a big ulcer on your tongue, trying to like clean your teeth off as you're eating the food. A little bit of an awkward food to eat, but yeah. So that's enough of the peanut butter talk. Let's get back to the old faithful. Let's go with a squeezy, shall we? Let's go for a regular Marmite rice cake. Yeah, that was a little bit bland in comparison to the peanut butter Marmite. Okay, so let's give the rice cakes a bit of a miss. Let's get back to my least favourite item of the day, flatbreads. Tell you what, let's dip the flatbreads in the peanut butter, shall we? I think I'm done with Marmite. That taste, wow. So a bit of an up and down day. I really kind of want something sweet now to take away that salty taste. That said, I am pretty much full, considering I haven't eaten that much food today and I've had quite an active day with the wrestling. All in all, wasn't as bad as what I thought. It started off very badly with the flatbreads. Again, not a big fan of those flatbreads. They obviously taste like Marmite, but it's such it's almost like a smoky taste, very, very weird taste. But then the crisps were good, obviously, chips if you're American, and then the rice cakes weren't too bad, and the peanut butter was definitely a highlight. So if you haven't already, I do suggest checking out the Marmite peanut butter. Whew. So let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see me only eat next. Remember, this isn't a challenge. Do you want me to do something a bit tastier? Do you want me to do something even more grim? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, every Wednesday I upload Postman the Pro Wrestler. Every Sunday I'll upload videos like this, light-hearted Sunday viewing. So if you're new, subscribe, turn on post notifications to be notified when I upload. But as I've just said, I'm uploading every Wednesday and Sunday. I've been Rye, the guy who has just ate Marmite products for 24 hours. You've been awesome, and I'll see you Wednesday. Yes!